Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife review for you today. We have the Real Steel Phasma Premium. This is the fancy pants version with titanium handles and an M390 blade. This is a poltergeist design. Real Steel's made this for a hot minute now, but it's coming mostly in like budget versions now. This is, as the name would indicate, and as I said, the more expensive version. $212 is the normal price. I've been meaning to review this for a little while, and just things kept coming up, and I haven't done it. And for once, my procrastination has worked out, because as of today, which is the 19th of May, these are on sale for $179 for the rest of the week on the Real Steel website. I'll link to that down below. Pretty cool. They're on sale, and I think for that price, not a bad value for what you're getting material-wise, definitely. I really like the overall look of it. It's very simple, very poltergeist design. I like their stuff a lot. Real Steel does a lot of work with them. The two big bolts, which people love or hate, I kind of like the way they look. And they're not a weird thing for me to work on to take them apart, because they are basically the same sort of design as like Shimano chainring bolts. And coming from the bicycle world, very used to working on these. It's a 4mm on one side. You can use a big, a big flathead on the other side, or even a coin, and get them off. So very simple to take apart, very simple to put back together. Poltergeist doesn't do this on all their designs. You're going to see another one here in a bit that doesn't have them, but they're pretty common on those. So you either like that look or you don't. It does have one single, very nice gold color backspacer, which is becoming kind of a Real Steel thing on their more premium knives. They like the little gold accents. Only thing I can say visually I wish was different. I wish that the two big bolts were also that gold color, but probably not everybody's going to want that. You get the one little poltergeist logo on the one side, M390. You get the Real Steel logo, which I've still always liked their logo. I think it's really, really cool. Nice deep carry pocket clip. One thing it does not have, which I guess is the best place to talk about it, or I could talk about it maybe at the end, but there is no over travel stop. It does have a lock bar, a steel lock bar insert, so that's nice, but no over travel stop. Do wish I kind of see that, for this kind of price. That's just kind of a thing on most titanium knives now. Most frame locks, period, have an over travel stop. This one doesn't. I do like the internal milling for the lock bar relief. That's very nice. I think overall, super classy looking knife for sure. Kind of this bead blast finish. It is going to get some snail trails over time. It's titanium bead blast. Well, it's already got a couple on there. I don't know if you can see them. There's one right there in the middle, but not a big deal. Let's do some specs and some size comparisons before we get too much farther, and then break this down a little bit more. Spec wise, you have a blade length about 3 1/4 inches, overall length of 7.7 inches, blade thickness of 0.12 inches, and handle thickness of 0.42 inches. You also have a weight of 3.45 ounces, so a little over that ounce per inch. There is no milling inside here for weight relief, but I kind of wish they'd done make it a little bit lighter, but it's fine. 3.4 ounces, still under 3.5 ounces. It's fine. Not really a big deal. Nitpicking there for sure. Let's do some size comparisons here. Start out with some of our usuals. I'm adding 2 new usuals to this, so let me know in the comments what you think about it. But we'll start out with the classics, I guess. So you have your Spyderco Para 3 and Paramilitary 2. You can see it's kind of betwixt those. And bring out the Benchmades. We have the 940 and the full-size Bug Out. Very similar in length and everything to the full-size Bug Out, which is pretty unsurprising there. Now, the new ones I'm going to add on, let me know what you think about adding these on. A lot of you guys have Civivis. They're super, super popular. I thought I should probably put a pair of Civivis in here for size comparison reference, just because a lot of people have them. So we have the Backlash, the OG Civivi, in my opinion, and the Elementum. So again, kind of between those. All right, let's talk about this knife. M390 blade. I have not had a premium Real Steel in quite a while, but as memory serves, and I did kind of reach out to one of my buddies when I was really into the premium Real Steels. He says their M390 is really, really good, and in my experience, it was also pretty good. as far as heat treat and all that goes. Again, 0.12 inch blade stock, pretty thin, and 17 thousandths behind the edge. This thing is a slicey blade. Absolutely, for sure. Now, is it something you want to pry open a paint can with? No. It's got a pretty dainty tip on it. It is overall a pretty, especially from about here up, it's a pretty dainty blade. So do keep that in mind. This is definitely not something I would qualify as a hard use knife. It's more of just kind of a good EDC, but it is damn slicey, absolutely, for sure. Ergonomics are really, really good. One caveat being, I'm not a guy who like demands to have, like be super locked in. I'm not like a hard use kind of guy, but this does feel kind of, you're locked in pretty good. The jimping up here is pretty good, but I don't know. It's just, there's nothing stopping your finger from moving forward on that blade. But again, I think with the nature of this blade, is that going to be a worry in actual EDC use? Probably not, but it is something to think about. But that pocket clip, nothing, you don't feel it at all. It's completely fine. Ergonomics are really good, but like I said, I just wish I felt a little bit more locked in. And you can kind of feel, where the lock bar attaches. You can kind of feel that on your index finger, but ergonomics are pretty darn good. I do have to say, as far as the carry goes, bring out Yeo Levi's, it carries excellently. That very, very slim, kind of reminds me of the Spidey Chef in a way. The way it carries in the pocket, just where it feels even smaller than it is, just because the handle is so slim. I like the look of the pocket clip when it's in the pocket. You don't see much. I like how they did the two separate holes instead of just the one big hole, for the screws. I think it just looks like a cool looking pocket clip from the outside. And no flipper tab, no sharp edges, hand slides past it very, very well. Zero issues there. As far as the action goes, this is running on Foster Brown's washers. It is not meant to be like a drop shutty crazy thing, and it isn't. But especially once it breaks in, I will say it did take a while to break in to get it this smooth, but once it broke in, it is very smooth. It does have a good detent. Makes a very satisfying noise. I think even more satisfying when you slow roll it, which is, I think, maybe more what they intend for it, but that's a good satisfying, just gonna move closer to the microphone. Yeah, that's just a good satisfying mechanical click, and I do like that a whole lot. Also, the pocket clip does not land on the lock bar, so no worry about squeezing that and getting, death lock or anything like that. But yeah, overall, I really like this. I like it at 212. I would like it a hell of a lot more at 180. What the sale price is. It's been a while since I handled a premium real steel. They were sending me some other stuff, and so this was provided by manufacturer, by the way, if I didn't say that up front. So just to get that out of the way, they did send it to me. I just said, hey, I haven't tried one of your fancy ones in a while. Like, what should I try? And they said this one. And I said, sure, I like Poltergeist designs. I'll check it out. And I've always liked the premium real steel stuff, and I just wanted to see if it was still as good as it used to be, and it definitely is. I've said before, especially with their budget stuff, they're killing it. Like, Real Steel is a company to keep an eye on. They are a Chinese manufacturer. If you don't like that, then, that's that. But a lot of their budget stuff is just they're doing innovative things. And now even in some of the more premium stuff, this isn't as premium, but you could count, this is the Real Steel Luna tie. Another Poltergeist design, by the way. Which a lot of people think this is just a bigger version of that, but you can see they're quite a bit significantly different in design, but they're just doing a lot of really cool stuff. I really like Real Steel, and I can say they're US rep, super nice guy, and easy to deal with. And yeah, I like this. I like it quite a bit. It was kind of one of those, like I said, I just said, send me one of the premium ones, I don't care which. But I'm really enjoying this thing. It's gotten a heck of a lot of pocket time, partly because I've been procrastinating on the review, and I keep throwing it in my pocket thinking I'm going to review this today. And then something else comes up and I don't. But every day it's been in the pocket has not been a disappointment. I didn't feel like, I should have carried something else. For the kind of stuff that I do day to day, this has been a great, great knife, and I'm really enjoying it. So go check them out. As I said, I'm going to link down below to the Real Steel site where you can get them. As far as I know, I searched on the internet for this. That was the only place you can get this one. Real Steel does seem to be doing that with some, especially some of the more premium models. They're only available on the Real Steel website, but they do ship fast and they work really well. So I'm going to link to them down below again. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've been Brian. Have a good one.